when you're a referee, you have categories: state 2, state 1, national, and then of course FIFA. But the highest I ever got was the national referee. And at that time, I don't think there was just a handful of those. It was you had to do at least, I think it was 10 professional games to qualify to even apply for a national. So when I got that, then the North American Soccer League started, but they only played in Vancouver. Seattle didn't have a team. So I applied for that, and they sent me a courteous letter. Unfortunately, your city doesn't support it, so we can't, at this time, we can't use your help. So as soon as Seattle got a team in, we applied. George Lingard, he was from England. Tom Webb from England. Myself, originally from Canada, but by that time I was an American. We were the three that they paid for us to go to Vancouver, do all the physical, the mental, the training, the written test, the whole 10 yards. There was 14 other guys that went at their own expense. Now, later on in the program, like Jan Burghardt, George Lingard, and several others, they had the opportunity. Dick Barnes, Gary Shugarts, both very good referees. But at that time, we only need so many. So we were only selected to be a linesman at that time. And they had two categories of linesmen, Class 1 and Class 2 linesmen. The same applied to their refereeing status. Then, of course, they brought all these import referees. I refereed an awful lot of these touring teams. One of the main ones I remember, and to this day I still fancy them, Chelsea. They came over to play the Sounders in 50 odd. No, it wasn't. Got to be later than that. But anyway, probably early 60s or 70s. My memory ain't worth a damn. But I got the opportunity to referee it. Now, I don't think it was because I was any good, because it was cheaper and they didn't have to fly anybody. So they used locals. Funny talks. And anyway, refereed that, had no problem. And about, I would say almost 10 years, they were first division then, Chelsea, English League. And about 10 years later, we would have a party each night before the game. And I'm sitting there drinking 7-Up, and John Best was the coach. He says, "What's the matter, Whitey? Are you nervous for your big game?" I said, "No, I don't think so." And I whipped out a program. I said, "I refereed them when they were in the first division. They're second division now." And trying to think of the fullback, who now is the manager of Chelsea, he saw the program. He said, "Where in the hell did you get that?" And he was playing in that program. He was playing right back, and he couldn't believe somebody still got a program with him in it. I think I still got some of it. When Georgie Best came through, every once in a while you ran into a character. As people know, he was kind of a teetotaler. Well, anyway, they wanted to interview him, and we're all sitting around, and somebody says, "Georgie, we'd like to interview you tomorrow at Cairo." He says, "Egypt?" Cairo is a radio station. And he said, "Egypt?" And everybody had a laugh. For in the North American Soccer League, we played at Memorial Stadium. If you had a ticket, you were lucky. If you didn't have a ticket, it was tough. It was sold out every game. They put in extra seats and brought it from 12,000 to 18,000. And if you were going to the Sounders game in those days, boy, you had something. And then they switched over and went down to the Kingdome, and you didn't have to worry about a season ticket. You go in any time. It was noisier in the Kingdom, but you couldn't hear anybody. If you're officiating in Memorial Stadium, if somebody made a remark from the stands, you could hear them. And you do a lot of dumb things in your life. One guy yelled out, I made a call and the guy wasn't happy with it. And they yelled, "What's the matter, Whitey? Did she cut you off last night?" And without even thinking, "Oh no, she cut me off 2 weeks ago." And 18,000 people crack up. Like, what in the hell did I say that for? But, it was more togetherness. Everybody kind of knew everybody. I could go to the Kingdom, not the Kingdom anymore either, but I could go down there and I'd be lucky to know anybody in the place. Where before you went, we used to get, I think it was six passes to go to the game. And I would go down early, get my passes, and I'd go out and try to find somebody I knew that had kids with them and give them to them so they wouldn't have to, pay all the money for the kids and everything. And they kind of appreciated it. I've had people, they go to the Sounders game, we'll say Saturday night or Friday night, whatever. The next day, I'm out refereeing the kids' game. The kids pull on Daddy's shirt. He refereed last night. He refereed last night. To this day, I got people come up to me, say, "Oh, you refereed me when I was a kid." Now, how in the hell do they remember? You know?